Yeah, so I would like to bring up this topic, which is very popular in lately, last 10, 15, 20 years, um, especially after the release of the book called The Secret, and all of this, what the bleep do you know, and all of this knowledge, and the Abraham Hicks, Esther Hicks, Abraham Hicks teaching with the law of attraction. Yeah, law of attraction. Yeah, so my take is that there is a lot of truth in that. However, the way it was presented in the Secret and the how it is in the new agey popular culture, that is washed down, a little distorted and partial, and actually it can create some negative, can not work and create some negative side effects. So in those teachings, the idea was that you can manifest, basically you can manifest whatever you want, you know, my Maserati, or ideal relationship, or big bank account, or whatever, success, or whatever. We can manifest it with through the power of consciousness and using the law of attraction. And I definitely feel there's a lot of truth in that, because the idea is that the universe is a conscious universe. It's an alive, awake universe, and it's not separate. So it's like a magical, alive, you know, and we are, our consciousness is God's consciousness, and there's a creating power. There's a creating power within us. And just like the universe is expanding, our life is expanding, and we can grow and expand, manifest, create. So that's, I'm totally cool with that. Now, in these teachings, they are talking about that, well, okay, the way to go is that you decide what you want, decide what you want. This is an important step, which I totally agree with that. If we don't know what we want, and we are wishy-washy, or we have scattered, or this, then our creating signal is weak. It's like, doesn't go anywhere. So anyway, there's this idea of having clear vision of what is the ideal scenario that I want to have happen here. The vision, the what we want to manifest. So they are saying to have that, and then basically the protocol, according to that teaching, was to, well, to believe that it's already here, and to feel as if I already have it. So to feel already joy, and to feel you know, gratitude, and so I'm faking somehow. I'm faking. I'm trying to fake it to manufacture now a feeling, how I would feel if when this is going to happen, because I know for sure it's going to happen. So I'm kind of somehow I'm manipulating my emotional body to juice up these positive emotions, and then let go of any negative thoughts or disbelief about that, and go into the vortex, and try to feel good all the time, and to maybe visualize. There's this thing to visualize. I used to do that, to visualize this thing, and I wanted a BMW motorcycle, and I was, you know, I cut from magazine, and you make a vision board, and see it, and yeah, you know, I actually got the motorcycle. I mean, there was a lot of problems. I had a lot of problems before, during, and after, but I did get the motorcycle. Yeah, so that's the idea, to do that. So now, other teachings also, so what I disagree with these teachings is that also it's coming from the assumption that hey, basically happiness is going to come from getting that shit, getting that relationship, that book, that cruise, that partner. So me as an ego, I'm unhappy, and me as an ego, I'm going to manifest this thing with the assumption that this is going to make me happy. So basically, the teaching, some of the truthful principles of the law of attraction are appropriated by the sense of lack of the ego. The ego is feeling lack and something is missing. And then the ego is trying to get it from the outside, to feel the hole, to feel the lack. And so that already, that the game is rigged right there. Because first of all, that is not going to make us happy, that is going to temporarily alleviate our sense of longing, and I'm going to temporarily be free from desire, and I'm going to feel happy for a little bit, but then there's another desire, another sense of lack. So so that's one thing I disagree with that. Another thing that I have objection is that this fake positivity, I feel like shit, but I'm trying to be positive and optimistic, and therefore I'm not allowing sadness, I'm not allowing discouragement, I'm not allowing these things. So I'm repressing all of this, and it's like putting a smiley face on an empty tank. It's not, the car is not going to go very far, and on the contrary, we may get sick because and it's fake. You can see people like that. It's like, dude, just be real, man. Come on, where are you? So, but the biggest objection that also Scott was talking about, and I fully agree, and I've seen it in myself and others, is that, okay, I have a clarity of vision. Okay, I am doing the visualization. Okay, this helps because I can see it more, hone the vision. Okay, and I have the vision board. Okay, this is great too because it reminds me and all of that. So, and I feel gratitude. And okay, now the problem is that we may have sabotaging programs. So consciously, I believe it's possible. Consciously, I want this, but subconsciously, which is much more bigger and stronger, I don't believe it's possible. I think I'm unworthy of it. I feel I'm not good enough. I feel I'll never amount to anything. So there are hidden subconscious programs that are not aligned with the vision. Now in those teachings, they don't speak about that. They say, hey, keep believing, keep feeling gratitude, keep trusting, but you kind of manufacture it from the top, when deep down I have these deficiency stories. So the idea is that, let's say, okay, I want to manifest a loving, sweet, wonderful relationship. But if deep down I have relational wounds, and I believe that nobody's going to love me, I'm not worthy of love, I don't trust men, I don't trust love, it's not safe to be open, those are much stronger and are going to sabotage all the time. Or let's say I want to start a big company, or I want to start a company or a project, and I'm going, but I'm kind of sabotaging myself at the last moment, So as long as they are deficiency stories in our system, they want to confirm themselves. That's the idea. They want to confirm. It's not going to allow us to manifest. And we have split signal. From the conscious mind, we have this, subconscious mind, we have the opposite. So I think that's one reason it doesn't quite work. So another reason is that they say in various teachings, they say that the more the more unselfish my vision is, the more my vision or desire is aligned with truth, love, and beauty, and it is not selfish. It is more like benefits myself as well as others. You know, there is like some component like that. It's more likely for it to happen. You know. So practically, I would like to do a little exercise using reverse inquiry to identify what programs we may have that are sabotaging what we want to achieve or be. Yeah. So in this approach, it's definitely good to have a clarity of vision, and it's definitely all this gratitude and all of that. This is good, but it is important to identify if they are sabotaging programs and then bring them to awareness and release them. My experience, and actually Scott said that, is that actually when we are kind of clearing our side of the street, we are clearing our own subconscious programs which don't believe in that thing, then if we can clear that, then the manifestation will happen much easier and much more effortless. And I can confirm that. When I was doing all the law of attraction and all of that, I was doing top end, heavy visualization, all kind of little tricks. There are many tricks to do that. I would manifest things, but it was very hard, and I wasn't happy, it was hard, like going against the grain. Later, at some point, I realized, and I actually stopped even doing those things, and I started to do other work. I noticed that I would manifest things much more easier and without even trying to manifest them. It would just happen to the point that I remember that at some point I had a whole list, and I even carved it in some wooden carving, something of my, crazy stuff, a lot of things for a few years up. And then I forgot about it. And then I discovered my carved piece of wood, and then I looked there, and this was like 10 years later. And I was like, some of those desires, they didn't happen because they were not real desires for me. I had all this, I like to have this real estate and the income from this real estate and this like that and whatever. I don't give a shit about real estate, man. So my soul didn't care about that. Nothing happened there. Other desires that I had, they were about my deepest vocational calling or what was deeply into my soul. Those, they happened. There was a little delay according to my timeline, but they were happening, and happening even more and bigger than I thought. Yeah, so also another trick, now there's some trick in this manifestation thing. Even they say, don't try to manifest number of money. Don't visualize money or a number, 30,000, a million, because they say that the soul doesn't give a shit about numbers. It's more like trying to, okay, we're trying to have this, okay, I'd like to have 500,000. I'll have 500,000, there are all kind of techniques. Okay, imagine, make a 500,000 check that you have in your wallet, and you're like, oh yeah, it's coming. But even those teaching, they say, no, how would your life be different if you have 500,000? What would you be doing? How would your day look like? Where would you go? Or if you had power? And then, so look into that and visualize those, because their soul is much more feeling about that rather than money. There might be exception to that. Some people, some politicians, I think that there's that's juicy. All right, but on my end here, I'm interested to, so I invite you all to make this real, to tune into some desire, something that you would like to manifest in your life. So I like you to hone into something and make it very distinct, very clear. Whatever it is, like to experience a loving, growthful, evolutionary relationship, or to be financially comfortable doing what I love, or anything you want, to be, if you have some, so it can be connected to finances, connected with health, connected to relationship, connected to business, connected to something. So take some time now to hone into one of them. Could be even something simple. I would like actually a house, to have an apartment that is like this and like that. Yeah, so just hone into now, so that we need to have this before I go into the exercise. Yeah. Yeah, so hone into the sector, whatever that is, whatever that, hone into that. You have that, the sector somehow, or that particular thing overall? If you have it, raise your hand. Yeah, okay, great. Okay, so now that you have it, I would like that we do what they say, the law of attraction. Can you, in your mind's eye, almost like build a trailer, like a YouTube video, where you see that, whatever that is. I don't know, somebody give me an example. Somebody, you have something that you like?
I want to have a place where all the good shit happens, where people do psychedelics and loving wives and tantra stuff, and it's in the sun and palm trees, and it's amazing.
Okay, very good. Like a place where it's like a space where people come together, and there's tantra, there's dance, there's meditation, there's psychedelics. It's a beautiful place. Yeah, so try to, whatever you're saying, trying to get more crisp, as if the polarity becomes less foggy, and see what's happening there. And then you see yourself in that scenario. I don't know, whatever, you are organizing, you're teaching, you are there, part of it. See it. Oh, I forgot to tell you, don't have a desire like, oh, I would like not that. Yeah, so don't go into not that. I like to have no more debt, or I would like some not something. So that is not good. Reformulate it, you have it. Okay, so there's no debt, there's what? Okay. There's flow of money, money coming and going. I don't even think about money. I don't even check the account. It's like no problem. It's like it's happening. Yeah. And how would you feel? Imagine, how would you feel if this magically were to happen? And how would your day be? How would you live your day? How would you dress? I don't know. Yeah, so build this trailer of this vision as if it's happening right in front of you. Yeah. Okay. So now for the purposes of our exercise, you can condense that vision, a relationship or the family or the retreat center or the financial ease or perfect health or something. Condense that. Let's say that all that vision is that, the word that, like I manifest that. We use this, the word that, to condense your vision. It's just because I'm going to say some inquiries and I just want to do it for everybody, I'll use the word that as your desire, your vision. And we are going to use some KI reverse inquiry. And so I will guide you through it. And I invite you to repeat, whispering to yourself or say within that inquiry once or twice as dropping a pebble, not believing it, not trying to hype yourself into positive affirmation, just dropping that, saying once or twice, and then just witness and notice, observe any little tension or any thought or any image, any objection in some way. The objection will come in the form of a thought or a form of a contraction or slight unpleasantness. And if that comes, you do nothing about it. Just watch it, let it be. Yeah, you're watching the program, the limiting program. And we'll do a series of them. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, take the time to take a few deep breaths and get very present here and now. Bringing again to mind your vision. And we call that vision that. Yeah. And the first inquiry is this one. We repeat it once or twice and see what comes. I allow myself to experience that. I fully allow myself to experience that. Your vision. I allow myself to experience this, that. Yeah, there's any thought, anything, just notice, allow it, don't get involved. If there's any twinge or something in the body, maybe you repeat the inquiry. I allow myself to experience that. If there's anything in the body, you can mine it. May say something or maybe a feeling. I fully allow myself to have this experience. Now, if anything comes like, I don't think it's possible, or I'm afraid, or just witness, as if it belongs to someone else, don't get involved. Let it be there. It's the witness. You're the witness. Witness it until it just fades away. All right, so let's go a little further. Looking at your vision. Next inquiry. It's totally possible for me to experience that, to manifest that. It's totally possible for me to experience that. Not thinking, not analyzing, seeing what comes, letting it be. There's something in the body. Ask it, what does it say? It is completely possible for you to have that. Anybody has a nice, strong, juicy objection? Can share it out loud. If you don't, it's good, it's fine. It's fully possible for you to have that. Yeah, so include your body, the body, sometimes even if the mind doesn't say anything, the body knows. If anything is in the body, welcome it, see what it says. All right, so take a moment to tune back into this sense of aware space, like we experienced before in the breath work. And seeing the vision, and we'll go a little further. I am worthy to experience that. I am completely worthy and good enough to experience that, whatever your vision is. I am worthy to experience that. And notice, welcome any energy, any thought. If at any time you get the word no, no, don't stop there. No, meaning what? Let it say whatever it has to say. And let it come from the body. I am worthy to experience that. If any of you have some clear objection, feel free to share with me here. Anybody has anything? We can do the variation. I fully deserve to experience that. And witness, not thinking, witness. there's any thought, just almost slow it down so you can really be awake to it. Don't fight it. I deserve to experience that. Anytime anybody has any objection, clear objection, let me know, because I can do something with that. All right. Going a little further, ramping up the heat. So have the vision, very present. Let's turn up the heat on this one. There is nothing that stands in the way of me experiencing that. There's nothing that stands in the way of me experiencing that. Yeah, welcome any thought, any bodily energies. There's nothing that stands in your way to experience that. Now here the mind may bring all kind of circumstantial factors. I don't know, the economy is not good, or I don't have money, or whatever. Let it show itself, whatever it says. These are what's called an imagined self-imposed limitation. Could be. Nothing stands in the way for me to experience that. And no matter how rational the objection is, just witness it, witness it. It's a thought. Any clear objection here for any of you?
Taking care of my family's, and why would you want that?
Why would you want that? Why would you want that?
What are you doing? Why would you do that?
Yeah. Yeah, so let this thought be here, your family, just aware of it. And see, since the family is there, what else do they say?
You're crazy. What are you doing? That's not what you want.
So here, if you have any of you have any objection to this, what is the utility of believing that or going along with those thoughts? What is the seeming advantage of going along with that? See what comes. Anything came for you, Anna?
I get to stay small.
You stay small.
I don't have to take a risk. So staying safe.
Staying safe, and
I'm good because I listen to my family.
oh, very good. So let's slow this down. One utility is that staying safe, staying small, not taking risks. And another one, to be good. Yeah, listen to the family, be good. Yeah, and we are not analyzing or debating with these thoughts, just seeing them. Someone said here, zero risk of failure. It's easier not to go for it. Yeah, it's easier not to go for it. What are you avoiding, or what are you trying to get by maintaining this limiting thought? Yeah, and just whatever comes, that is a thought, that is an image. It's not you. You are that which is aware of it. Just see them as they naturally fall off. And just noticing what is here, being present, aware. Let's do another one. It's about your vision. It's perfectly okay for me to want that. It's totally okay for me to want that. There's nothing wrong with wanting that. It's perfectly okay for you to want that. There's no problem with that. Whatever comes, witnessing a thought as if it's just outside. Don't get involved. Just being present to it. There's a feeling, sensation, allow it. Anybody has any objection here?
Mihai, I have. I think it's objection, but it's showing up like I get a mother image of mom, and she seems to be saying, "You're not going anywhere," and then it's like, or she'll say, or if I do go somewhere, like I'm getting like yeses to a lot of these items, how you're saying it, but then this mom energy arose, and it's in the heart area, and it's either saying you're not going anywhere, and then when I let myself go somewhere, she takes the credit, and then if I let myself go somewhere, she's also saying like it's about time. It's so contradictory. It's like, but no matter what,
Christine, sorry,
not,
it's going a lot of thoughts. So just a mother
yeah,
come,
yeah,
and mother says that, and stop
mm-hmm.
there. Yeah, stop there. Just watching that. Yeah, so it's totally okay for me to want that. That comes. Don't go into the story. Just one image. Just like a scientist observing that.
So just the image, not the words.
No, the words is fine too, a thought or
Okay.
so, but then you went, if we go into, if I do this, that
3
goes there,
thoughts.
it's too many thoughts, and it's a whole thing. So whatever the mother says, something, and yeah. Also, you can ask yourself, what do I get out of believing that? See what comes for each one of us.
Kind of like I can treat them like a batch, a little batch, and ask that thought, or ask that question. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just for you, if you can write there in the chat, because write in the chat what it says. Let's try another one, staying with your vision and seeing the vision. I believe it's possible for me to experience that. I believe it's possible for me to experience that. Whatever comes, one thought at a time. And no matter whatever comes, we are not engaging with it. We are just aware of it, like a creature. And tuning back into a sense of being aware. And let's try another one from a different angle. It's perfectly safe for me to manifest that. It's perfectly safe, or I'm not afraid to manifest that. And whatever comes, if it's a feeling, I'm afraid, just let it. Just let it be. Good to know. It's safe for you to manifest that. Yeah, so it's natural with this unpleasantness and stuff, this unpleasantness, let it be. Witness it, allow it, stay as the witnessing. So I'd like to add one more here. In these teachings, they say that actually, yeah, it's very good to be focused on the vision and to clear the blockages around that. But there's another insidious obstacle, is that if you want it too much, they say that if you want it too much, it's too important. It's like your happiness is hanging on that. They say that it creates crumples in the field of the universe. It's too important. It's excess potential. Source doesn't like that, because it means that it's well, I'm not going to be happy if I don't have that. It's too much identification, So let's check this one. So having your vision and saying this: I will be okay even if this doesn't happen. It will be all right even if this doesn't happen. And not to believe it, welcome anything like, well, that sucks, or like, fuck that, or whatever. I'll be okay even if that doesn't happen. Welcome, allow, witness any objection. I'll be okay even if this doesn't happen. Yeah, this clearing there, that it's important because we are less attached to it. If we are less attached to it, there's less fear around it. It's more like, oh, that would be wonderful if they were happen, but no, okay, cuts will be done. It's okay. I'll be okay. All right, so I don't want to stir anymore, and take like maybe 7 deep cleansing breath, you know, just to letting go the mind. And allowing ourselves to just be. Yeah, we can gradually come back to each other. Also, you know, it's good to remember any of those, if there is any strong objections or stuff in connection to one of those inquiries, I would remember that and go more specific about that thing. Find out what's the utility, what do I get out of holding on to that. Do additional stuff, like I don't need to believe that. So if there is big stuff, first of all, one can repeat that. And so I find that, you know, so yes, have a clarity of vision. Yes, have a vision board. This helps. Have all kind of tricks. Other tricks, like there are some tricks like have a special box. You know, you have a special box. You buy a box and then you put your vision desire. You write it down. Then you put it in the box. And you say, what goes here will be something, or even an imaginary magical box, and you put it there. So all kind of tricks to make more distinct this clarity of vision and sending the request to the universe. Yeah, this is good. So do that once or twice, a few times. But then it's equally important to just check your subconscious. So I'm not fighting myself, you know, and so clear those, anything to unworthiness, undeserving, fear. Who am I to have this? No, whatever, all kind of programs, and do more repeated work there. Yeah. Yeah.